Hey, yeah, I gotta find the scene. Hold on a second.
Our producer, folks.
I got it. We're good. It's playing. There we go. Hi, everybody. We're here. I'm gonna be fixing this a little bit as we go. I've turned on the Firefox so you guys can see this. No. Give me that. There we go. Hey, this is 826LA. Everybody, welcome. We're here for our regular D&D session for charity. Hooray! This is the charity. Here's their mission statement. 826LA is a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting students ages 6 to 18 with their creative and expository writing skills and to help teachers inspire their students to write. Exciting! That's the link is in the description as well as pinned in the chat, so do not send super chats. Super chats go directly to me. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but we're here for charity, so go donate to 826LA at the link. But just do be aware that if you super chat, it will go to me because my channel's not big enough to do proper fundraisery type streams. And probably will be for a while. But until then, use the link. Use the link. I'm pointing, but nobody can see me. Anyway, I'm excited to be here. We had our lovely little change to things. We had our little powwow session at the end of last session. So, do you want to take us off and tell us where we were last time?
Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody. We left off last time at our intrepid adventurers had made the decision to leave the mine. Calypso had, inside the mine, people had discovered a lot of kind of creepy information. They found a weird dinosaur-making lab with crazy necromantic and transmutation magic all fused together in these really novel ways. So that was weird and cool. There was also some information that was gathered about sort of why this type of thing was happening. That was going on. And then as the group delved deeper into the mine, they came across this sort of like lonely bridge to nowhere. And all surrounding them were some very big, very scary, I'm going to mispronounce it, Quetzalcoatlus dinosaurs. Yep. And pterosaurs, whose name starts with a Q. So pterosaurs, some very scary flying pterosaurs. And so the group, who is pretty battered, especially Pogo, just got like chomped by a T-Rex. He got stuck in his mouth for a little bit. So everybody's a little beat up, and so they decided they were going to retreat back to the town. But our two roguish ladies would go. I guess our rogues are both played by ladies, but Vira's like indeterminate gender. They're an imp, so
non-binary imp.
Yeah, I don't want to judge or like make assumptions. So anyway.
Vira got to pick her pronouns as she rose in the ranks, as is typical in the imp hierarchy. She's currently using she/her, so that is appropriate.
Okay,
yeah, it's surprising. The Nine Hells is surprisingly progressive when it comes to gender identity. You might not expect that for a bunch of fiends, but they're pretty careful about it.
Just because we're evil does not mean we need to be a dick.
Well, the Nine Hells are all about following rules. So if they put a rule forward that says you need to respect people's pronouns, you're gonna die if you don't. So
or just be tortured for 5,000 years. Come on.
Or that
it's it's the future that Jordan Peterson feared.
Oh my god. So the Nine Hells just has a layer that is 2000 and like 2025 Canada.
you do realize that means that there's now devils out there who are specifically changing their gender identity just for a little while to trip up their rivals into using the wrong pronouns.
They would. Devils would absolutely do that.
They absolutely would.
Specifically to get you in the loophole.
Mm-hmm. I also fully believe that there's like an archfiend down there who's like making policy, who's just out of Jordan Peterson books, right? Like, I want to make my policies to make this man angry. That's what I want to do.
He's like, this is the nine hells, and lobsters are illegal.
Lobsters are illegal, and this is specifically. Yeah, this is Peterson's personal hell.
That's my new headcanon.
You know what? I'm totally okay with this. You know it's Mephistopheles, right? Like, it's gotta be. It's gotta be the ruler of 8.
Like, first of all, Mephistopheles. If we don't think Mephistopheles is just like a beautiful boy, like, what are we doing?
Okay, so competition time. We're gonna have to have a competition at some point during our stream. We'll have to have like fan art and see who is more of like a super hot femboy. Is it Mephistopheles or Grazitz?
Yeah.
So that's a very important question.
Twitter artists, get on it.
Get on it, team. I want to know. The world needs to know.
The world does.
But anyway, our rogue ladies are we're at the exit of the mine. Our roguish ladies are going to break off. It's about a mile to the mansion. Maybe we're like half a mile. The manor house, they're going to go scope that out while everybody else heads back to the village hall to rest up and recuperate.
It's only been like 5 or 6 hours since our last long rest.
Yeah, it's been 5 or 6 hours since you went into the mine. You can sleep and get a long rest.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, do we have to spend a while like not long resting? Because I don't like, what time of day is it?
No, it's like 9-10 o'clock at night. You went at about like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Straight to bed.
Okay. So, you know what? Let's resolve the boys first, and then we'll go over to our nice roguish ladies. So, you all go back to the village. It's not very far. As you're walking up, you do see one of the pterodons that attacked the village when you guys first showed up. You see sort of what looks like a more freshly killed one. Most of those flew off. So it certainly looks like some of the village has been able to continue to fight off some of those loose dinosaurs. So we're seeing a few of those. The bodies of the people who were killed in the attack have been removed from the street. And you don't see anyone walking around, but as you go up and approach that town hall, sort of the village meeting hall, you notice that the window that you broke has been boarded up. Most of the windows are, in fact, boarded up. Some time and effort has been put into fortifying this building. And the bodies of the Allosauruses that you guys killed, those have also been removed. So if you go into the hall, I'm assuming that's what you're going to do.
Yes.
You are immediately there's definitely knocking on the door and who's there from behind some a barricade, but they take it down and let you in. And it looks like all the survivors are here, congregated together. Definitely. So it looks like Aylworth is over in the corner, sort of conducting some town business. And he comes up to you, but before that can happen, a bunch of the little old ladies that Kakamakis helped make some dinosaur stew, run up with even more dinosaur stew and force it into his hands like a bowl. And there's a lot of oh, you're so skinny, you better eat up, blah, 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 blah. Right? So you're stolen. They love you, and they're going to make you eat stew until you puke.
I see nothing wrong with the situation.
Yeah. But you see again.
The injured. Forget me. Guess I should have cooked.
I'm at half health.
All right, that's a pretty good reason for you to get the food first.
But Aelbert comes up to you and is sort of furrowed brow and all of that, and is what did you find in the mine?
Well, we found more of the beasties. I was gonna say we, but they're
not very wee.
They're not wee, no. But yeah, we also found some kind of a alchemy, necromancy installation.
Chicken mouth, not comfortable.
Yeah. Also, yes. You know, the big boy here. He got bit by a much larger version of these. What you call them? What are we calling them?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah, but that's a wee little bird. These, I mean, they're kind of birdy, but they're not wee.
You're right. Big chickens.
Is Barbie with you right now?
I think I had her in my arms at the end of the last.
This is
I
one
think
of them.
you did.
I voted we kill it, but apparently that's mean.
He's definitely he takes a step back. What is that? This is.
I don't know. I've never seen any of these things.
I gesture to what is your Voltron's legs and the dinosaur's legs, and just make eyebrows at Aelbert.
But look, I think
that's fair.
We send. So apparently these were being raised, according to the notes, from fossils. So what we need is some kind of a fossil studying guy. That's what we need. I don't suppose there's one in this town, though.
If it's not about mine and we don't know much, I mean, who knows what's in the library up at the manor? But you know that
might have to check that out.
Yeah, and he sort of now realizes that there's blood coming out of Pogo's guts where he was bit by a T-Rex, and definitely ushers you over to where you can lay down. I think kids brings you the comfort donkey back, and you're very much anybody who's injured is sort of they're very much trying to take care of you all now. Very thankful of everything you've been doing, and just it's a tight-knit community, and they're scared, but they're certainly recognize what you all have done for them. And is there anything you guys would like to accomplish before you kind of just pass right out?
Well, it's late, so I'm probably just going to go to sleep and regain some hit dice and spell slots.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would be too active at this point.
Okay. So just for any of my inexperienced players on a long rest, your hit points are going to go back up to full. You recover half of the hit dice that you used the day before, and spell slots are full after the long rest. So
it's half of your total maximum, rounded down, not the ones just that you used.
Oh, sorry, half of your total maximum rounded down. Sorry.
Right. So if we're all level 5, that should mean everyone can gain 2 hit dice up to their maximum number.
Yeah.
Which gives me 3. Okay. Yay.
Okay.
Remember when you only healed 2 hit points a day of rest back in 3.5?
Oh, that's in Pathfinder. You heal your level times your con modifier overnight. It's rough.
That's hellish.
Yeah, but on the other hand,
especially at low levels.
The idea that you're just going to sleep off a T-Rex bite is kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy. I think you got to homebrew some of those rules for how fast-paced your game is. You know what I mean?
And the DMG does have rules for like grittier healing rules for like, you can how long it really more realistically should
damage.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's rules for if you like Pogo got crit last time. So sometimes a crit causes something more like a permanent limp or like some serious scarring and so you take like you roll like a 1d6 or a 1d4 and it takes you X amount of time to recover, like you lose speed or something when you're walking and lose like 5 or
but whatever. that's definitely lends itself to a much grittier feel than I think we're going for. So
yeah. This is your first villain was Dinosaur.
Plus Pogo's like half Hulk, so it doesn't really apply.
That's true. He is just going to sleep off that T-Rex bite to his guts.
Yeah, no large, just a scratch.
Yeah, just a scratch.
It's only
okay.
a flesh wound.
I'll bite your kneecaps off.
I've had worse.
So let's jump over to our two rogues, our big ol' beautiful tabaxi with luscious fur, and our little imp. I mean,
our
not little
ugly little imp.
No.
Wear that as a badge of honor.
Listen, beauty standards are going to vary by culture, right? Like,
I'm a good-looking cat.
Anywho.
This is a good-looking pussy over here. I don't know what I'm telling you.
They just don't fall in any streams, because then you'd be a wet-ass pussy. I'll show myself out.
We're going to have to explain that to Ben Shapiro later.
Well, from what I hear, his wife needs to be a counselor. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, so you guys, as far as I know, are making your way towards the manor. There is a pretty well-defined path from the mines to the manor, and it's about half a mile. So I will kind of leave that up to you guys of sort of how you want to approach, if you want to talk about stuff before you go.
So I'm kind of like trotting to keep up with Calypso because I'm so used to riding on Pogo. I'm like panting. I'm like out of breath because I'm having to move so much on my own 2 feet. So I gotta ask you a question. I'm hoping we can kind of get to know each other like a little bit better. Do you guys like eat mice and stuff, or is that something that only like little quadrupedal cats do? Because I'm still, I'm still not 100% clear on the distinction between the little 4-leg ones and the big 2-leg ones.
Well, you notice that Pogo doesn't exactly eat bugs very often. At least not small ones, I assume.
Well, no. He does sometimes eat a lot of ants. You should really see how many ants that one guy can eat. It's like a lot.
That's probably would be a lot, yes. We're required carnivores. Tabaxi have to eat meat. We do not eat lettuce. Mice and rats are, although we can eat them, that's not exactly a choice that we would make most of the time, and unless you're particular, I guess. Certainly I wouldn't be eating mice.
Yeah, I always thought they had too many bones. They're really small, lots of bones, things like that. I'm an imp, so we do a lot of meat eating ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more into the meat too, but I'm actually a bit of a skin aficionado, if I'm being quite honest. It's you don't live in you don't live down below and not get a little bit of an acquired taste from it,
Like skin of what?
Oh, various things. You'd be surprised what makes its way down there.
That's fair.
So I look up. I'm gonna look up around. It's like nighttime, right? What's this path look like? Is it like paved? Are we like going through the woods?
It's well-worn.
It's not paved. It's sort of it's a dirt road. It's wide enough for like a carriage to come down if it would need. But it's sort of woods on both sides. So.
Can we see the mansion? Like, are we coming from a vantage point that's kind of low? Like, is it looming on like a hillside, or is it like hidden in the woods?
So you're sort of walking gently uphill, and I think you can see ahead of you where the woods sort of are cut back, and you can. Oh, hello. Sorry. And so you can see where we sort of go from woods to like a well manicured estate, right? Though I guess this was well manicured. It's a little overgrown at this point.
Are like lights on? And can we see that it's inhabited currently, or if it is?
So you see a light on. Actually, go ahead and you do see like a light on. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
All right, I'm on it. Okay.
I would recommend as we.
I did a 12. That's a 12. Here's the 20.
Okay.
Sorry. And I think I'm +1. God, I don't notice anything. Oh my God, is there like a well or like some kind of shaft nearby? We're rolling 4s already.
I think the yes, there's a well and it's absorbed perception because there's a well in the way, right? Because it's taller than you are, so you can't see over it.
God. Okay, all right.
I would recommend that as we get close, we jog off of the well-beaten path and approach from a different side. Perhaps the side that's not actually lit.
Yeah, so if you want to do, if you can, so there's sort of like where we go to like well manicured and estate. And sorry, I keep saying well manicured. It's now overgrown, but this is clearly where there was stuff. So the grass is probably up to like the middle of your shen for Calypso,
like maybe
and that's probably like
4 months worth of overgrowth.
Yeah, about 4 months worth of overgrowth. And so you definitely think that you can kind of hug the edge of the wood and stay hidden and do a full circuit around the house.
Yeah, I'm probably also going to recommend that. Well, I mean, I can take the trees. I'll ask. I'm going to ask. Dear, do you prefer? Is flying very quiet for you? Do you prefer to do a circle up an arc overhead and see if you can see? If there's perhaps a courtyard in that you might be able to take a look, and as you'd be able to get over there quite easily at a far enough distance. We lost Erica. Oh, we lost me.
Oh dear.
Yep. There we go. Am I back?
I hear you.
Yes.
I heard you the whole time, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's not me that's got lost. I'm hearing nothing from Erica, and I'm hearing, Maddie's frozen for me.
Oh.
Yeah, she's frozen for me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So we're missing,
by.
we lost
Technical
3.
difficulties.
Technical difficulties. I'm gonna play the BRB thing. Intermission! And we're back. Alright, there's just a little Discord hiccup, everybody. We're back. No problems, no worries. You know, as you were.
Yeah. Okay. I lost out when we just asked Vyra if she would go fly around. So Erica, what was your response to that?
Well, it was actually very funny, so I'm glad that we've moved back. I said, these wings are whisper soft, and then I jumped into the air to go do a quick... I just want to do one relatively high up broad loop.
Love it.
Just to scope it out.
Take your time, dear. There's no rush, so if you have to take more than one pass, it'll be fine as she flies off.
Okay, so as you fly up, sort of the things that you get without a roll are that there's no like inner courtyard. This is just a large house. Think like a Victorian mansion thing. That overgrowth is sort of everywhere, so it definitely has an abandoned feel to it. But as you fly around, you only see the light. You actually see a light on in 2 rooms, but that's it. That's the only place you see any light.
Are any of the rooms that are lit on the upper floor, the top floor?
Both of them are.
Okay. Could I do like a stealth check and try to land on the roof without making sound?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a stealth check.
Okay, so that would be Dex, and then my stealth modifiers. I got hot because rogue. I got +6 on stealth.
Okay.
All right. So D20. Okay, cool. I think I'm pretty sneaky.
That's pretty sneaky. Okay. So yeah, you land on the roof. You're like very confident in your like light-footedness as you alight. And where are you trying to go?
Well, I'm kind of hoping that I'm above one of the roofs, and I'm gonna do a perception check and see if I can hear anything. Let me see if I've got anything else I'd rather do than that. No, I'm gonna put one of my big ears right to the shingles of the roof and see if I can't make out any conversation. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to hear precisely what's going on. I just want to see if someone's in the room.
Okay. Roll me just a straight D20 because we're gonna see which room you're over.
Okay, 17.
17. Okay. Okay. And so you do, you listen and you actually, because my perception check was a nat 20, but you were super lucky in which room you landed over. You actually hear a voice whispering, like, is someone there?
Oh God. Okay. All right, so I'm on the roof. I'm over one of the rooms, and I'm hearing someone ask if someone's there. All right, I'm going to assume that whether or not they're actually speaking to me, Vyra would just assume that she's made too much noise.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna bail and start heading back towards Calypso to tell her what I've witnessed.
Okay, great.
In the meantime, I also want to do a jog around, so we'll just meet back at the same spot. I'm going to use my feline agility to make myself go a little bit quicker, but I'm also going to be using my tabaxi. I have a climb speed, and I'm going to stay in and looping around. I'll take my time if I'm concerned that a part is going to be more difficult to be quiet through as I kind of make my way around.
Okay. And it's not as if there's like guards patrolling or anything like that. So if you are sufficiently careful, you can stay hidden in the woods. So I'll give you that. So let me get a perception check from Calypso. Okay.
5.
At least it's not a 4.
At least it's not a 4. So you get kind of the same thing that Vyra got. So it's one, single structure house. There definitely should be a staff, but there is no staff here, right? And so the only signs of activity you're seeing are lights on in 2 rooms.
Am I noticing that there's like a lack of wildlife or anything like that?
Not particularly.
Okay, so it's not like, oh, it suddenly looks really spooky and the birds aren't like, or haven't like, there's no dead trees and weird things like that.
No, if you guys recall, this is back like first episode, so it's been half a minute. Most of the staff that worked at the manor house were in the village, and to your knowledge, they'd all been let go when Fionn returned.
Which was about 4 months ago.
Which was about 4 months ago.
Okay, so there's been no proper caretaking. There's been no proper much of anything. Got it.
Right.
And I'll
can we make out? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to, is that?
No, I was
Maybe.
gonna say, can we make out like any clear rooms like that are obvious, right? Like, is it evident from a distance, like, oh, this is the entry hall, or oh, this is the kitchen because there's a chimney, or oh, this is the library, anything like that?
Nothing like that. I'll definitely give you can tell where the main entrance is, and you can clock the servant's entrance in the back, and you definitely you can assume that the kitchen is going to be close to the servant's entrance. So you can clock those two. Those are going to be like the two door entrances to the manor. There are a multitude of windows, but yeah, you clock those two.
Okay. All right, am I back to Calypso yet?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta let you know what happened. So I made it up to the top of the roof. I landed with the soft touch of like a butterfly's kiss. I pull my ear down, and there is definitely somebody in that room. And I point up to the room that I kind of alighted on top of.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's in the house. Well, I don't know. There's a light on in there, and I don't think attics usually are well lit.
Alright, well, at least they're not, whoever they aren't sitting in the dark. So they're less likely to be a prisoner of sorts.
Yeah, but what do you suppose someone's doing here in the dead of night with, like, 2 lights on, no staff? I mean, do you really think that it's someone who, like, you think maybe, like, a disgruntled employee? Maybe someone who had something to do with that shit ton of dinosaurs down in the mine? What kind of situation are we dealing with?
Yeah, we should be heading back to the thing. We just went to scope out. We weren't doing a whole lot of terribly much investigation. Can I do a quick survival check to see if there's been a whole lot of movement in and out with like carts or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be investigation or survival, or what would you like me to roll?
So I guess survival is normally like, yeah, give me survival.
It'd be
give me
tracks,
survival
right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, great. With a 16, there's definitely... So with that 16, there's definitely been some, like, this particular path that's going from the manor to the mines, there's definitely been some, like, cart traffic. And with that 16, I'll even give you, like, you can tell, like, the ruts in that dirt road are pretty deep. You're thinking maybe some like equipment has been moved into the mine, which I think matches with, there's not, you saw a lot of stuff in the mine that's not normally in a mine.
Yeah. All right. I think we should be having this conversation as we head back towards town. Yes, Spyra?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, it appears that it's very recluse. I agree with you. This does appear to be like somebody who does not want too much outside prying and is working at nighttime.
Well, and you see, there's 2 lights on. That's one of the weird things about it. Initially, there was just the one, but obviously more than one room seems to be occupied, unless one guy is running around turning all the lights on.
Well,
so my question is...
yes, go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking aloud here, but I'm just thinking, obviously it seems like it's more than one person, so if it's our missing guy, or perhaps our sinister, a benefactor, as it were, Well, who are they with?
Well, we do know there's the tomcat that popped by and then popped out rather quickly. And the brother of the missing person we're looking for. So it wouldn't be terribly... There's at least
This
two.
may be a bit insensitive, but I'm just dying to... Do you know that, Tabaxi? There seemed to be a lot of, sexual tension between the two of you.
I can't say I'm familiar. Can I roll a history check?
Go for it. Go for it.
Calypso's gonna stop for a second and look very deep in thought, thinking about it.
18. With an 18 history check.
Do I know a clan this guy's from, maybe?
No, you are absolutely certain that you have never met this, ruffian before in your life.
Yeah, I think I might give a bit of a side eye to be like, do I look like somebody who would associate with someone like that?
I put my little hands up kind of defensively and I'm like, listen, I was just asking, I don't know how tight-knit the cat community is up here. I mean, for all I know, we're in a location. This location may be close to where you live. Maybe you guys know each other. But I do have to let you know, I do think you are out of his league. If you are interested. Of course, I don't mean to presume.
At this moment, a little black cat, just a regular cat, you kind of darts from one tree another and scurries off into the forest.
I am so alarmed my wings just shoot out it's this it's just a split second reaction. God, holy shit, there are so many damn cats in this town.
Well, I am not from this area. I'm from quite a bit of ways away from here. I am also part of aristocratic society, so I would not be caught dead with a tomcat like that.
Well,
not without sufficient reasoning, at least.
That pun seems like it was was the aristocracy developed first, or was the pun developed first and they realized they had to go through with it? Which one was it?
I'm gonna nudge Vyra a little bit as in a joking manner and just say, I wouldn't want to get fleas.
When she nudges me, I almost fall over and I'm like, watch it.
Of course.
All right, we've had a good bonding moment. Surely are we getting close to the boys?
I think you guys
Calypso gotta inform them.
Yeah, so you guys are back in the village. Kind of the same thing that the boys saw. Streets are deserted, but you can tell that there's people in the very pretty well barricaded town hall, and you can get in without any real effort. Is there anything? So everybody is together. Is there anything that anyone would like to do pre-long rest? And y'all don't need to keep watch tonight. The town has that handled. They want y'all rested up.
I mean, other than trying to get some soup, I doubt there's a whole lot more that Glorid is going to be trying to do. I mean, if there's something he can do to help out, I do have a whole bunch of tool proficiencies. I've got proficiency with thieves' tools, tinker's tools, jewelers, smiths, brewers, and wood carvers. So if any of those are handy, then I'll help out a bit.
Sure. You look, it's been a stressful day. Someone's already on the moonshine. I think you help them out a little bit, right? Get that. We're gonna get that going.
That's gonna take a long time. Around town before I go and settle down.
Moonshine is important. Oh, sorry.
It's very important.
Moonshine is important for both recreational and medicinal purposes. You know?
Yeah.
Look, guys, it's not like we've got Neospore in here. You gotta disinfect wounds somehow. Moonshine is where it is.
Calypso, can I get a quick perception check?
13.
Okay, with a 13, as you're kind of doing your lap around town, you see, I think it's more that you hear pretty far away, two of those pterodons, the smaller flying dinosaurs that you fought at the beginning that were more scavenging. They're not an immediate threat, but they're around. They're thinking about coming back, but they're not being aggressive right now.
That's fine. They may or may not be scouting out the area a little bit. That's fine. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. Also, Vira, your hyena is still here until tomorrow?
I'm gonna run up to the hyena and kind of give her a couple scritches right on the chin.
Aw.
She
And
loves
I'm also
it.
gonna ask the soup lady
Mhm.
if she's got. I'm gonna say, is there you guys got any like leftover skin or anything like that, or did it all go right into the soup? Because I don't really like my skin soaked in broth.
You know what? There's a whole unbutchered allosaur. Actually, there's like 3 unbutchered allosaurs. They're kind of got them. There's like a cellar. They've got them down in the cellar to keep them cooler. And she looks a little startled, but is smiles through that and just like, okay, sweetie, like you come with me.
Calypso
and she
is
takes you
not
down.
touching any of this food.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
And
I'm gonna kind of wave her. I'm gonna kind of wave her off, but then I'm also
Okay.
gonna make a beeline for wherever Pogo's at because I'm worried about him. He doesn't do
Okay.
well when he's by himself.
Yeah. Well, what she's trying to say is like, if you show me what you want to eat, I'll like fry it up for you real fast.
Okay.
she's-
Okay.
So she's like, oh, I guess it'll be kind of like pork rinds. I think I can do something. Do you? She's trying so hard.
I'm just like motioning. I'm like, it's just all the skin. Any of the skin that you can get, but not so much the feathers. I'm not very much into the feathers, but if you can get the skin, that's good. If not, that's okay too.
I think a little kid like runs up behind you and is like, yeah, the skin, and then like sprints downstairs and starts helping butcher and is getting
I'm
the
like,
skin
oh
off.
God, Jesus, a little ankle biter.
Yeah.
All
The
these
kid's
little
probably
primates running
bigger
around.
than you.
Right?
You're of a height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know their hands are just so sticky. I don't like the idea of it touching all my food. I'm just like saying this to myself as I walk over to
Yeah.
Pogo. Disgusting.
Okay, so yeah, a small murderous child and a little old lady are going to make you dino pork rinds. Here we go.
Beautiful. Pogo, how you doing, big guy?
So are we like in the rooms now, or we're still all in like the little tavern
you-
area?
You're kind of it's basically one room, one long
so
room.
the map is pretty much like accurate. There's no like
Yeah.
bedrooms. Okay.
No, but
That's kind of
you got a corner to yourself.
Cool. So I'll be sitting in the corner, holding my stomach and eating all the ants that I can off the floor.
Excellent.
Is it fair to assume that there are like bedrolls and whatnot placed around, since this is basically where the whole town is just like holing
Yeah.
up for the night? Okay.
Yeah, so while you guys were gone, the town has like, we got everybody from all the, we kind of gathered up all the survivors, and we're gonna camp out in here where it's safe, until it's safe to leave. So we've got snacks, we've got bedrolls, somebody's playing dice in the corner. You can probably get a game of cards going if you want.
Am I even proficient at any games? I don't think so.
You can lose a game if you want.
I don't want that.
So I'm gonna walk up to Pogo and kind of see how he's doing, and I'm also gonna be like, big guy, maybe you should go over and get like a bowl of soup. I know you like the ants. I know how you feel about the ants. They're like a delicious, small, very, very tiny, bite-sized little treat for you, big guy. But you gotta find a way to get some nutrition to heal up the big ass holes in your stomach. I don't think the ants are gonna do it.
Me break record. Me almost up to 5.
Damn, that is a record. Usually you can't catch them. They're just so small for your big sausage-like fingers. All right, well, if you do want to eat the ants, that's fine. I need to take a break. And then I kind of sit down and I pull my little kind of maroon purple cape kind of over myself. I'm about to try to catch some Z's.
Okay.
Before you do that, I reach over and hand you what is, I guess, an ant corpse, and say, "I squeezed juice out. It just skin."
I look at it in my hand and I'm just like, thank you, big guy. I do love the ant skin.
So, Vira, before you fall asleep, the creepy child runs up with like some very happy, crispy dino rinds and gives them to you.
And when
They're
he
like-
approaches, it scares the shit out of me again. My wings just like involuntarily pop, and I'm like, God, oh my, how is he so quiet?
He like
from
and like drops them and runs away.
All right, I'm gonna eat the skin and go to sleep.
Okay.
It's like a normal Tuesday evening for me.
Yeah. So, Milo,
Yes.
as you are getting ready for the evening, a young dwarven woman who you recognize, she's coming up to you. She has like a bandage on her arm, and there's little blood coming through. This is Aelworth's niece that you saved by dropping a dinosaur on the dinosaur that was attacking her, and then pulled her through the window.
Which
And
was
she's just-
epic.
It was epic. And she's, hold on, I got to get my hair too embarrassed. Hold on. She's very like, hi.
Hello. Hi.
I made you this pie. And she hands you a whole pie.
Oh,
Is it dinosaur pie?
thank you.
I actually think it's fruit pie. It's a dessert pie, but dinosaur pie sounds delicious.
It'd just be chicken pot pie, but big.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. What's your name?
My name's Jenna.
Jenna. Nice to meet you.
You're really handsome. And then she like runs away.
I know. I know. Well, she's gone. All right. Well, free pie. Yay.
Put it in your inventory. One pie.
One. It's a cherry pie. It's a cherry pie. And let's see, Kakamakis, is there anything? Have you escaped the old ladies of the kitchen yet?
He's eating I've eaten a lot of stew.
Okay.
Nakamaskus isn't sure whether or not he can eat more or if he's just going to throw up.
Okay.
You got that thing where you can feel the liquid sloshing around in your belly because you've had too much?
Yeah. Kind of just waddles his way over to Voltron.
Yeah.
Just kind of pokes him a little bit. Hey, weird beard man. Can you take this tooth and put a handle on it? Just holds a T-Rex tooth.
Wait, what do you want me to do with it?
Put a handle on it.
Put a handle on it?
Yeah.
What, like wood?
Yeah.
All right, well, get me some wood.
Okay.
All right.
He just walks over to one of the chairs and snaps the leg off.
Oh, all right. I guess that works. But all right, I'm not going to do it tonight, though.
Okay.
All right, so hold on to the tooth and the wood, and when we have a bit of a break, and I've had a good sleep, and we're not in immediate danger of being ate, then I'll put a handle on your tooth.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Okay.
Akamakas just kind of walks back and then falls over.
Awesome.
It's sleeping time.
When you wake up, you have been full tucked in, right? There's like a quilt over you, like a pillow is under your head, right? You're being mothered really intensely.
Oh God.
By the people I only know how to describe them as like they're the little old church ladies of the town, right?
Bushka.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, so you guys sleep. Everybody gets a long rest. The night is it is uneventful. You are safe in the town hall, and like I said, the village is they're standing watch. You know, they've kind of got a system set up so that you all are able to get some rest. In the morning, let's go with dino omelets.
Amazing.
And morning beer. Somebody found a keg of beer, so we got some breakfast beer, some dino omelets, and yeah. What would you guys like to do in the morning?
Well, I'm gonna have some breakfast beer because beer is a hearty and traditional breakfast item.
That it is.
I hope it's like a nice stout one, so that way I can feel nice and full after I drink it.
I feel
and then
like
maybe have a little meat or something. Sorry.
I feel like since Calypso wasn't really that injured and didn't do anything incredibly strenuous.
Yeah.
I think she probably is up pretty early and probably goes looking for a bath.
Okay.
What do you need a bath for? You have a tongue.
You're not awake.
Cat.
Ew.
That's how I
Cats
work.
lick themselves. That's how it works.
So
Racist.
what you can find in this building is they've got like a hand pump to bring water into the kitchen, so you could get you could get a bowl of water to clean yourself.
My own water. Have you met me? I'm going to get a child to do it for me by telling a child to do it for me.
Okay.
Darling, be a dear, and could you please bring a little bit of water up to my room? I need to take care of something real quick.
You have a room?
Yes.
Where is your room?
I'm putting sheets and using my string to just make myself a little corner that everybody can fuck off from.
I love it. I love it. Okay, we have the Calypso corner tent.
Yeah.
Sure, you can bribe a small child. A small child to run errands for you.
Perfect. I'll give you this fancy feather that I have.
So they bring you, a jug, not a jug, like a pot, right? Like a meh.
I was hoping you were going to say amphora.
Nope.
What'd you call it? The makeup?
That's perfectly fine. I think I'm gonna be not impressed with the coolness of the water, and I'm gonna go wake up Vyra. And I'm gonna ask Vyra to do me would you mind doing me a favor?
When she wakes me up and I'm still so exhausted that I'm just going through the motions, going to get cool water, and halfway through picking it up, I'm like, why am I doing this?
No, I'm not making you take anything or anything. I'm just gonna ask you to stick your hands in it and cast a fire cantrip to heat it up.
I look at her and I'm like, you realize that my powers are otherworldly. I am a creature from essentially another dimension using powers beyond your understanding. You're gonna have to say please if you want me to heat up this water.
Miss Darling, could you please heat up the water?
I cast Fireball on the water.
Thank you very much,
By the way,
darling.
When you go to wake up Vyra, I imagine that you're full on your back with your leg twitching, your back leg kicking a little bit, right? Anyway, that's how I imagine that going, but that's just me.
Thank you, darling, and I'm going to have a bath.
Okay.
Now that I'm awake, I look around to see where Pogo's at.
I imagine you were sleeping on top of Pogo.
I imagine that I look down, and Pogo's just laying there, and a couple ants keep crawling across his face, and he keeps just sticking his tongue out and licking them up while they're crawling across his mouth.
Yeah, Pogo's a pretty hard sleeper, so I'd probably still be mostly asleep even with that conversation.
Do you have your donkey under one arm and Barbie under the other, stuffed animals?
I assume so. I don't know if I was able to get Lowtail.
Lowtail. I think the kids brought him back because they thought you needed an emotional support donkey.
Okay, so as I groggily wake up, mostly because of the smell of food, I want to check on Lowtail's leg and see if he is completely healed or not yet.
It looks healed. It looks healed to you. He's not gonna go run, but he can walk under his own power now.
Well, he has had a long rest, which we all know will cure literally anything that isn't.
Listen, a good night's sleep. Yeah.
So I want to grab Vyra and put her on Lowtail.
Aw. Okay.
I I cross my arms and I look down at Lowtail and I look back and I go, this horse smells like hay.
Most do. Now, you hold that, Lowtail. I go find omelets.
While
wonder if they
Pogo,
have boiled egg.
I imagine that like while Pogo's going off, like the little horse is just like doing things on its own volition, and I'm just like holding on for dear life, even though I've got wings, like I can get off, but it's early.
Yeah.
Has Calypso emerged from her making her morning toilet and ablutions and whatnot?
Have you emerged?
I take my time, depending on how early everybody else gets. I probably take like an hour, just like cleaning up, getting ready, drying off, cleaning my clothes off, getting them nice and all dressed up, buttoned up. Like, I'm high maintenance.
So that's a no.
So I'm imagining I kind of coax the horse, Lowtail, to kind of move over towards where Voltron is. And I go, hey, where'd you get that beer from?
Oh, the barmaid.
The barmaid? Well, where's she at? Because I don't see a bar in here.
Check the kitchen.
I assume that I'm already at her, probably.
Yeah.
Horse, go to the barmaid. Horse just like continues walking in random directions.
I didn't think he knows what that means.
No. I have animal handling. Trust me, I can do this. Horse, barmaid. The horse just continues to ignore me.
Do you want to make an animal handling check?
No, it's too early for my. I imagine Vyra can't utilize too many skills this early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Pogo, hearing Vyra loudly yelling at her donkey that she keeps calling a horse, I want to whistle and try to call Lowtail over. Like one of those loud, like sports guy whistles.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
No, I know that whistle. My mom does that whistle, and I am a 30-year-old woman, and to this day, if I hear that whistle, I freeze and look for my mom.
Yeah, that's scary.
Anywho, so you can make me an animal handling check then.
Sweet.
It's just a DC 10.
Critical success.
Nat 20.
Listen, Lowtail with a nat 20 plus 4. Lowtail is well aware, Pogo, that you saved his life in more way than one, and will do anything you tell him to within reason, right? So he's like, got this, and trots over to the kitchen. He grabs a mug in his little donkey mouth like that, almost throws Vyra off in the process, puts it under the keg, and is like nosing the keg, trying to get the beer started for her.
Amazing.
Oh my god. That's
what a critical success at sending the donkey to get beer gets you.
Damn, the donkey goes to get beer.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nice.
I need a beer dunk in my house.
I feel like that Calypso's hair probably just at that whistle sound, and then just has to take another 5 minutes, like,
to get
recovering from the whistle.
Recover from get everything put back in place. Like, nope.
It's that whole cat arched back, fur on end,
hopping on the side.
By the way, Voltron is going to go in search of like some sausage, and I guess I don't know. Are tomatoes a thing?
Sure.
So sausage and like sliced tomato. That's
just
what Voltron wants
British
to complete his good breakfast. Yeah.
All right. It's mostly dinosaur because that meat is fresh and sausages are smoked, so they'll preserve for a long time. But if you really want a sausage, you can have one.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a sausage and some sliced up tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, I mean, he's got a Scottish accent, so he's gonna have some kind of like a British type breakfast, which a stout beer, sausage, and tomatoes. I mean, come on, man.
That sounds delicious.
A little haggis.
Yeah.
Well, that's a dish that takes quite a while. I don't expect there to be haggis for breakfast.
Yeah. And you guys kind of get the sense that like the town's mission for today, they're all kind of like getting up, this is an early rising kind of folk. And their main plan for today is to they're going to try to actually maybe smoke some of that meat or salt it, try to butcher the rest of the dinosaurs and preserve it in some way.
I love the practicality.
Yeah, they're basically trying to, one, keep themselves busy, and two, and you can tell that Aelbert is he is handing out busy work and nobody cares, right? Like let's keep ourselves busy, let's keep focused. And it's also, a lot of it is very practical. They're in it for the long haul. They don't know how long this is going to be, but a lot of people they care about died yesterday, and they're not interested in putting themselves at risk.
I want to have a conversation with the barmaid whenever she gets a sec. I assume she's trying to make food.
So there is no barmaid. There's just the church ladies.
Okay, I'll just talk to a random church lady then.
I'm gonna assume Voldrin just assumed that whatever person brought him the beer, that it just was the barmaid.
Okay.
It's not a fair assumption, but
I'll pick a random one of the church ladies, I guess, and try to talk to her.
She's she's a little too tall for a dwarf, a little too short for a human. She's probably of mixed ancestry there. And she's got white curly hair, a little bit of a mustache. And
I like that woman.
Looks up at you and is like, "Oh, yes, dearie, what can I get for you?"
Okay, listen, where you find egg?
Oh, the eggs. We get the eggs from many of the people in town keep chickens.
Listen, you boil chicken? What kind of chicken? Big chicken, small chicken?
Just a regular chicken, sweetie.
Oh, never mind. Okay, listen, you have anything not chicken? Barbie hungry. And I just kind of gesture.
Pogo's pulling out his axe. Big chicken?
Yeah.
And I just gesture at the little dinosaur in my arm.
The little dinosaur? Oh, she kind of reaches out a little tentatively to sort of scratch its head. Why don't you tell me, what does Barbie do in response to that? Barbie's very in tune with your mood.
Yeah, I think Barbie would just be happy to get scratched by anyone. She's very dog-like attitude.
Get a little nuzzle going.
For sure.
Okay.
But she no like chicken, that cannibalism. She hate that.
Oh, well, would it get along with regular chicken?
I mean, regular
Barbie
chicken. You think it weird?
Chicken
I kind of pull Barbie away from her.
Okay.
She regular chicken.
Okay, sweetie.
I interject and I'm like, you don't want to fight him on this chicken thing.
Okay. She's gonna go get some basically chicken feed, right? Some dried corn and stuff, and hand you a little bag of that.
Perfect. We'll see if Barbie likes that.
Barbie does not. Barbie is carnivore.
Okay, I want to try to feed that to Barbie for a little while. See what happens.
We are at the 1 hour mark if we want to take a bio break.
That's fair. I think let's do that. I think we can assume that everybody gets fed. We get ourselves together. We get we find Barbie.
I am not touching any of this dino food at all. I'm gonna eat my ration pack. No,
your ration pack.
Not into it.
I think you eventually get some we can put Barbie in outside in a pen where there's some bugs she can pick at if you want to leave her. Otherwise, you might need to feed her some of your rations, like some jerky.
Oh yeah, I'll just kind of set her free and see if she follows. She's her own man.
Okay, she's absolutely going to follow you. But okay, so I think we'll end this little vignette and we'll pick back up at I think you guys are heading to the manor.
Well, we haven't discussed that. Maybe we can. So
let's,
as far as I know,
bio break and then meeting.
Most of us haven't actually been informed about what was seen.
Okay.
So why don't we meet back after there's and then Vira and Calypso can give us the long story short on their adventures, and then we can figure out: do we want to go to the mansion? Do we want to go back down to the mine? Do you want to just, I don't know, scatter to the wind? Who knows?
Run away. Okay.
Let's leave.
Fair.
I'm
So,
done
yeah,
with
let's
this place.
Start a dinosaur farm.
let's leave and start a dinosaur farm. So yeah, okay, let's take a bio break. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging around.
Bye.
everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
We're here. We've got our drinks, we got our dragons, we got our dungeons, and we are ready to go. We were planning, what the hell are we gonna do next?
Yeah. So team, talk amongst yourselves.
So, Vira, Calypso, what'd you find out over at the mansion?
Me and Calypso found out quite a few things. We kind of did a splitting up deal, as all of the classic investigation groups do. So once we got up close to this big old mansion, we noticed that there was a couple of lights on. So I, flew up, put my ear down to the shingles, and I did hear someone in there. So someone was in the house last night, maybe even two someones.
Zoinks.
Yes, we're quite sure.
What is he saying? Dwarf lingo?
Yeah, he's being.
Yeah, it's dwarven for oh, that's interesting.
He made that up.
I would never do such a thing about the great and historic dwarven language.
Okay, Calypso, tell him what you saw, and then we can maybe formulate some kind of, like a plan.
Who's ever working in there is traveling back and forth to the mine rather commonly. I'm not sure how many people are in there, but it does appear that all of the staff that we've met here are the staff that were there, and there is no more staff. It's overgrown. It's been overgrowing for about 4 months. To be expected, we've got more than one way in if we want to investigate by not knocking on the front door. There is a chimney we could potentially go through. There is a servant's quarters out the back, as well as just, the front door.
Well, I gotta say, as much as I like mines normally, I don't really want to fight a bunch of flying giraffes. So I say that we check out this mansion, and maybe we go in the back and, try our best to not alert the inhabitants.
Listen.
Well, that's all fine and good for me and for Calypso, but Ogo, the rest of you guys, I don't know how much quiet is fitting into your repertoire, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Wait,
I say we
Pogo.
break door down.
Go ahead,
Wait.
Pogo.
Pogo's got a plan.
Okay, I have a plan. You see any rat when you fly and look around?
I didn't.
Rats? Well, I wasn't looking, big guy.
You didn't notice rat? They have no
not-
staff. They probably have rat. And then, if they have rat, then Barbie eat rat, and she not be hungry no more.
Well,
That's
that's a
my
good
plan.
But I think we also need a plan to, conduct an investigation. But I had a plan where maybe Pogo and myself and Kakamakis and Milo make a bit of a distraction at the front, and then Calypso and Vira can check out what's going on, and maybe we could even draw whoever's in there into the street, which would give you free reign over the whole place.
We do
And
have
also-
another problem, though, is they know we're here, and they may be able to recognize us. So...
Well, and the thing is, there
if
was
we
no
punch 'em enough-
dinosaurs last night. That doesn't mean that there aren't any dinosaurs today. It
That's
could
true.
be one of them big ones again, or even multiple small ones. Or multiple big ones,
also-
now that I think about it.
There's also a risk that we're running in regards to... There's a whole other plan that we could go with if we really, really want to. We still have some sticks
I
of
like the
dynamite.
sound of that. Ooh.
Well,
We have some
could-
sticks of dynamite, and we have a small flying fire monkey. Lizard. Imp.
Did she mean me? Is that me?
I think that's
Yeah.
I
right.
think she
Yes.
means Lowtail.
And just by the way, you're down to 1 stick of dynamite.
All right. I do have that note.
Okay.
I know
I
this
mean,
one.
if you want
This-
to cause a distraction, we could just lob a stick of dynamite through the front window.
Well, all right. But that might destroy the evidence. What if there's an explosion?
Evidence
Of
of
it
what?
outside.
We're not here to investigate evidence of anything. We're here to potentially rescue some dwarfen cousin.
I still think the would-be mayor or nobleman or whatever, I don't know, is in there doing something sinister.
And if we blow him up, we won't have to worry about it. I don't understand the problem.
But if he's in cahoots...
Could we ask them if they blow up?
What, the sticks of dynamite?
No. Mayor.
You're asking if we
We
can
ask him.
speak with the dead after the fact.
Well,
It depends on how much of his head is intact. I assume.
there are only 2.
Alright, so
Maybe.
I
We don't know
think
that.
our goal should be to find out if or whether anyone in the mansion is connected to all the nonsense in the mine. Because I think the answer's probably yes.
Then we have the best option is probably a mix of a couple of different things. Give Vyra the stick of dynamite.
What is my stick?
Me and Vyra.
Sounds
will
like
go
it's
in-
my stick now, dwarf.
Not yet. You don't even know what it is.
Me
Damn
and
it, I can light it from far away to make
Good
like
luck.
finger guns.
Vyra.
To really intimidate him.
It's in another dimension. How about that?
Vyra's probably got the least risk among us to be able to take care of something like this. But I would not send
Oh,
her
where do we want to
alone.
put the dynamite?
Well, we don't worry about the dynamite yet, dear. What we do is you cause us distraction out front, as in, like, just bust down and do what Kakamakis wants, bust down the front door. The 4 of you bust in there. You've got backup from Milo, so that way if there are injuries or if you need support, he can be in the back line. Then Vyra and I, once you've started your little scuffle, go through the back and gather all the information we want, and then leave a stick of dynamite behind on our way out.
Sound like arm swing play. Ira sometime make me swing arm while she do other things.
Alright.
Yeah, sometimes we call that the old 1-2, but every time I suggest that, Pogo just re-changes it back to the arm swing, so that's what we've been calling it.
I mean, on the
Alright.
other hand, you've also got your little thing with you, so it's not even like there's only going to be
Her name
4.
Vyra.
Okay,
No, the dwarf.
you mean the bag
I'm
of
referring
tricks?
to no, I'm referring to the dwarf's little cannon thing. The spider
Oh, yeah.
fleshy.
I rank above the cannon.
Oh, you think
Whatever
Barbie
that
eat
is.
that?
Weird spider thing?
She means me little 6-legged cannon guy. You know.
What her name?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't really give it a name. What do you think, Pogo? What's a good name?
6 leg?
Yeah, I
6 leg, a good name.
six leg. Oh, that's the name. All right, yeah. Let's go with 6 name. That's or 6 leg. That's his name now. 6 leg.
You
Yeah,
try
yeah,
asking
yeah.
it what it name?
Oh, it doesn't talk.
Well, he's sensitive, so you might just want to go with it.
All right. Well, Cannon. What's your name?
Is the cannon
I'll put
even
my ear
summoned
on.
right now?
Sure, I'll just summon it,
Okay.
and then I'll put my ear up next to its horrible saliva dripping mouth end, and I'll just say, "Oh, it says it like 6 leg. That's a pretty good name." Yeah.
Pogo will walk over to it and try to like pat its flesh areas.
It will not object because I
Gross.
haven't told it to.
Okay.
Girl.
So,
Cool. So,
I'm
Violet. Oh, sorry.
I was assuming that you guys are kind of walking and talking, and you've made your way up to the manor. You're still hidden in the woods a little bit. So, what are you guys doing? How are we?
I'm gonna give a stick of dynamite to Violet.
Okay.
So I'll open my backpack, and I realize I'm not in character, so maybe I should stop the accent.
Okay.
So I'm gonna open my backpack and pull out my infused bag of holding, which itself. You ever see a vampire squid?
Yes.
It kind of looks like a vampire squid, and I reach through the webbed tentacles and into an interdimensional pocket, so my arm goes deeper into it than the vampire squid extends.
This better not be slimy.
It won't
Why
be.
is everything
And
you do gross?
Have you met
Oh.
Mildred?
So
If it's
gross.
slimy, I'm screaming.
And I pull out a perfectly dry stick of dynamite with a nice length of, dead cord, and I'll hand it over to Vira.
Okay, I take it, and I imagine that it's probably like half the length of my body.
Also, despite the fact that it mostly looks like vampire squid, it doesn't have the little fins on the end, but it also has too many eyes.
Ooh, the eye part.
Kind of reminds me of a beetle dragon.
Shut up.
Now you guys have met my bag of holding.
Yay!
Disgusting. I love it.
Calypso is not
I
responding to any
hate
of this.
Pogo's trying to consider whether he should ask for its name.
Poker face all the way through.
Okay, arm swing.
Arm swing.
Pogo
Alright. Well,
starts walking towards the door.
I say, wait, as
We'll
step
take off the other
one,
way.
let's do a normal knock. And then, if they don't respond, we can start hammering and swinging arms and all that.
As they're walking up to the door, Vira and I'll be like, darling, are you ready to go?
Already. I don't imagine that this is going to be too complicated, but I am good to go. Regardless.
Off we go, and we'll skirt around still behind the tree line to not be seen. Far enough away so that we can't be seen, and then we'll wait until we hear a little bit of ruckus, or at least until we count to 10 until they'll knock on the door. Whatever.
Okay, so just so I understand, we have rogues are going to the service entrance. Everybody else is going up to the main entrance. Okay.
Right to the front door.
Right to the front door. Okay, so we've got roguish ladies waiting for like either a 10 count or you're gonna go in. So we'll pause on you and let's go to the guys. Talk to me about going up to this front door. What are you doing?
Well, I guess I'll just say in character. Pogo, I suggest that you give that door a good rap, but don't break it. We're not quite that far yet. You might have to. So, be ready to break through the door. But first, give it a good rap. A nice solid knock.
So, break door?
No,
one
no.
knock, then break door?
Give it 2 knocks. Then we'll wait, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Then give it 3 really good knocks. And if that doesn't get a response, then on the 3rd try, we're just gonna smash it. Does that work?
Sure. Pogo will hand Lowtail to Vulcan.
And he'll just kind of fall over because that's way too much.
And then I guess I'll give...
Pogo, get his ass off of me!
I just leave them. And then I want to hand Barbie to, I guess, whoever's closest between Kakamakis and Milo, and then I'll walk up to the door.
Barbie
take a grapple check or something to get out from under this donkey?
No, it's a pretty docile donkey.
Okay.
Also, Barbie prefers Milo.
Okay,
It's the
I will
druid
have sensed
thing.
that
Aw.
probably. So I'll hand
Aw.
Barbie to Milo.
Yeah.
And then I'll go do my best Jehovah's Witness impression and
Okay,
knock gently on the door.
great. You knock on the door.
Softly twice.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then I'll
told him
just
to wait a couple
stand
minutes.
there.
Okay. You stand there. That black cat from last night goes "Meow," and scurries behind you.
Ooh. Hello.
There's nothing special about this black cat, let me be sure. I was trying to set up a joke with the black cat's first appearance, but that didn't work very well.
Because you
And I
crossed the
wanted-
path of it.
No, I really wanted Vira to ask if Calypso knew that cat.
Oh.
But
Oh man, I should have done
I
it.
saw
was
that. That's where you were
Yeah.
going with that. I just was not
Yeah.
going to encourage it.
so yeah, let me be clear. There's nothing significant about this cat. It is just
I
It's a
actually-
cat.
racist joke.
I should have picked up and say, actually, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
really.
And the cat just made an appearance now because literally nothing else happens. You knock and you can wait exactly as long as Pogo's patience, but no one comes to the door.
Yeah, so probably like, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm going to go ahead and hit the door like pretty much as hard as I can.
Okay. Do you try the door handle?
No.
Okay. You knock, nothing.
I guess like I'll look to Vol'jin to make sure it's time.
Has it been a couple minutes since he knocked?
Yeah.
All right, Pogo, give it all you got.
Okay, so I will turn around and hit the door as hard as I can without breaking my hand, probably, or hurting my hand.
Well, you can use your foot if you want.
No, that break ankle. You not know?
Oh, I mean, I don't kick down a lot of doors. Not very strong.
You will learn. You will.
Right.
Okay. So, I guess I need an attack roll?
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna have to roll to hit. It'll just be roll damage. Like, he's not gonna miss the door, right?
Right, but there is like the door's AC is very low. There is a threshold below which you don't deal any damage.
Oh, okay.
Right. So just give me
Okay,
D20 plus your
He crit the door.
crit the door.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and I crit on 19s on attacks.
It's 26.
Oh my goodness.
I did Warhammer, but
The door is just absolutely in splinters.
Okay.
Dumbledore, would you like to meet my god?
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
okay, great. My dexterity is very high. That's 3 crits in a row.
In a row.
I would take away your dice, but it's digital. Oh my goodness.
I know they're not weighted.
Okay.
Okay, this is officially titled Crit Chicken and Eggs.
Yeah,
Yes.
really.
Okay, so here's what happens. No one's answering, and that's really annoying to you. So you take up your warhammer, you smash this door, and the door just like breaks in half, right? If it's like this, it goes book. It cleaves in two. But as that happens, this big like green and purple energy explodes from the door, but you like, oh my goodness. Actually, Pogo, do you want to describe how you escape this? Like how cool, you look really cool because you got a nat 20.
Yeah, so what I want to do is when I break the door, I want to like use one of the shards to like deflect and dodge the bursts of green energy. Like, so I hit it and then like put my arm against it, like a shield kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you grab a bit of the broken door and throw it over your face, and this like crazy magical energy just kind of blasts by, and the door is open. By the door being open, I mean there is no door. It is just a hole now.
I'm impressed.
Pogo will turn to the house and go, "We selling donkeys."
No, Pogo, let's just go in.
Okay. So you guys
Can't
go
stop
in,
him.
and you're in a dim, dusty entry hall, right? And so let's do a quick pause. Girls in the back, what are you doing?
Check for traps, Pookie.
Okay.
Always. I should have.
No, you shouldn't have. That worked out great.
Yeah, that was way cooler.
You've
than
learned
checking
nothing
traps.
about checking for
Way
traps.
cooler.
What traps?
Who doesn't check? He doesn't do checking.
So,
Except for names.
sleight of hand to check for traps. Or, sorry, investigation to check for traps. That's that one. Sleight of hand is to disarm traps. Nailed it.
I got a
Okay.
19.
No.
Okay.
And that's +1, so it's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20. Okay. So here is what you notice about this back door. There definitely is a strange looking crystal embedded in the door. You get a vibe similar to the like, it's not the same as the two different crystal door lock things that you found down in the mine, right? Because there was the one where you had to like say the word open and undercommon to get through, and the other one that you had to cast spells into to get through. So this seems like a cousin of one of those. So you find that, but actually, Vyra, can I get an Arcana check? And Calypso, you can do one too. I just figure Vyra's Arcana is higher.
Okay, I actually have no idea what my Arcana is.
Except Calypso is a genius.
6 unmodified, yeah.
I am trained. I am trained in Arcana.
Okay, so Calypso with a 23 Arcana. What you can tell is that while this crystal is here and it's certainly doing something to the door, there's no opening the door isn't going to like set it off, right? It definitely gets the sense that like so what you can tell that there is like there's a spell trapped inside, and you can tell that there's some other effect, right? So there's kind of you get the sense that the spell trapped inside is protecting the crystal, right? Such that it's only going to, and you're not dumb. You've broken into places before, right? You get the sense that this crystal is only going to try to do harm to you if you break it.
Vyra, how do you feel about going through a window instead?
I like that idea. I don't like the looks of this green crystal. I do think it's very interesting. If it's gonna do something bad, which is the vibe that I'm getting, if we mess with it or try to harm it, I wonder what would happen if you tried blowing it up. Like if we were to snatch the crystal and then blow the crystal up, would that act as a more powerful explosion? I don't even know if we could grab the crystal. Let's scrap it. I'm good with going through a window.
Let's check that out later then, and let's say we take the upstairs window on the right-hand side, second story.
So, I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to try to go into the window that Vyra did the night before, that same window, or are you going to a different window?
I think we should try that window. What do you think?
I don't know, because that was the occupied one.
That's why I think we
want to
go
through. Okay, let's do it.
We will wait until we hear a ruckus before we go in there, though. We'll wait outside the window, listen, and then if we hear movement inside, we'll wait for the movement to either be gone, or we will wait till what inevitably ends up being a large bang from out front.
Okay, so I think you guys
we are assuming they're starting a fight, though, so that's...
Right. You hear that large bang from out front. So let's put a pin in you guys. You're about to... Oh, actually, let's do a couple checks with you guys.
Sure.
So you're at a window. What do you want to do to this window?
We want to listen to it first. We want perception checks, both of us.
I do. I want some perception checks. Let me see what y'all got.
Hey, let's see.
7.
Come on. 7. I got to do better than 7.
You got to do better than 7.
Perception, please. Oh,
I nailed it.
No, not better than 7. No. We do not hear anything.
We're sitting crouched at this window and neither of us are hearing shit. And I'm like, you hear anything?
Yep.
And you're like, no, I don't hear anything.
So listen, even with a 7 and a 2, y'all are going to be able to hear the explosion out front. But what you're looking at with this window is like curtains are drawn, heavy dark curtains drawn, and you can't. You're not getting anything from that room. Also, my dog is
for traps.
Currently licking my toes, and it's very tickly.
They're just making sure you're okay.
They're so good. Yeah.
Vyra, we should check for traps here also, because we're pragmatic people. 5.
Yep. Okay.
Trap check. Let's do it. 3.
Ogo,
where are
trapped. Doesn't seem trapped. It is locked.
It is locked. I will attempt to pick the lock whenever we are ready, but that will be after.
Why don't you go ahead and attempt to pick the lock, and then we'll move over to the guys.
Okay, am I rolling a sleight of hand?
Yeah. Add your proficiency though, because you should be proficient with these tools.
Okay, so I have a +7 right now because I'm trained.
Okay.
And then plus proficiency. So it'll be a +3. So 7, 8, 9. It'll be +10.
+10. Yeah, let's do that.
Jeez.
18, 19, 20, 21.
21. Excellent. Okay.
That has proficiency in it, but I don't know if that's including the Thieves' Tool proficiency.
I had to
Either
add
way, it's
3.
probably gonna unlock it.
Yeah. Either way, you you just get out your Thieves' Tools, very adept, click, and you're about to open the window, and boys, you're in the house.
Sweet.
What you walk into is it's an entry hall. It's a room. There's doors off of it, but it doesn't really lead anywhere else. Other than I guess there's a staircase you could go upstairs. It's just kind of a big open room. It's dusty. It's stuffy in every sense of the word, like pretentious. These are rich folks, right? It's a rich folks room. Yeah.
Well, I would like to take an investigation check to see what's up.
Okay. What are you, apart from just doors, definitely doors, some dust.
Are the doors closed, or are they just doorways?
All the doors are shut.
Okay. I will go back to Milo and take Barbie back, but I'll just leave Lowtail outside probably, unless she comes in.
Lowtail's munching on some grass. She's happy.
Okay. Pogo, maybe does Lowtail need to be tied up?
No.
Okay. Well,
Lowtail is devoted to Pogo.
Aw, fuck.
I love your pupper so much.
He's just poking his head around the corner. I don't know what he wants.
Anyway, so I want to get Barbie back, and then I want to set her down to sniff for rats, and then she can do her own thing.
I would suggest Kakamakis, Milo, and Pogo also take some investigation checks, because I apparently can't investigate.
What are you guys looking for?
All right.
I mean...
But Milo sneezed while he was looking around, and his eyes were closed, so...
All right.
There's that.
So we got a 3 from Milo, 12 from Kakamakis. Yeah, what are you looking for?
I would suggest anything that seems suspicious or out of the ordinary. So, if there's weird arcane notes, or if it seems like there's a secret door, or any craziness like that.
Pogo doesn't really know what you mean, but I'll try to. I'll just kind of raise an eyebrow at you, and then start turning in circles.
And get the best check.
Of course.
Okay.
Wait, I need to say something.
Yeah.
Both of the people with negative modifiers rolled higher than the 2 people who don't have negative modifiers.
Classic.
So Pogo and Kakamakis, tell me, what are you looking for?
Pogo doesn't really know. He's literally looking for anything that he would find strange. That said, he doesn't really look at doorways that often.
Okay.
So probably I'm mostly looking at he said hidden door, so I'd probably try to see if any of the doors are hiding. Or anything like that.
Okay.
Kakamakis did not understand most of what Waldron said, but he's just looking at stuff that seems out of place. Say this piece of wood on the floor looks a little bit darker than the rest. Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, so you don't find that. Pogo, you do find one space where, by the way, this is actually a feature of the architecture at the time. So I'm going to show off my Victorian architecture notes. Brains.
Nice.
They were really obsessed with symmetry. So you would have something carved to look like a door, but was not a door. That was on the opposite of the room of an actual door. So while you do not find a hidden door, you do find a fake door.
I'm guessing that Pogo would not really know what was weird, so I'll just intuitively nudge Vol'jin and be like, "That weird?"
Yeah.
Point at the...
Well, we certainly don't have that in our dwarf hold, so I don't know, break it.
Okay. Yeah. I will say then with that 15 so Kakamakis, you also this whole space is weird to you, right? This is rich people indoor stuff, right? That's not your jam. Their suit of armor over there is rusty. That's incredibly strange, right? Those there's halberds on the wall as decoration, and they're not sharp. Are these people dumb? They don't keep track of their weapons. Like, come on now.
People who live here are dumb.
But I will say, you do hear a rat in the far corner, and you can guess that that's heading towards the kitchens.
Free to play asks a good question. They made a fake door. Can't they afford a bigger house?
It was like, yeah, no, these were literally because they wanted the room to look symmetric. So they would do like the door frame and like the molding so that both sides looked the same, but only one was actually a door. The other was just part of the wall.
I mean, that tells me it's time to just build a different room.
Maybe.
Build your house symmetrically, then you don't have to have fake doors. Pro tip.
There you go. Pro tip. So where are you guys going? Where are you heading to?
Well, what are the real doors here, Pogo?
You want to go through there? Okay. I just go and try to open one of the real doors.
Awesome. So we're gonna. It's not locked. You can open it just fine. Do you all walk through together?
I think I would let Pogo go first.
Yeah, I'll probably just be like peeking around. He's trying to tell me to like look for stuff, so
okay.
Pogo will just like try to like look inside, see what he sees, see if he sees anything that any more doors that are hiding.
Okay, so you open a door, you look in. It looks kind of like a billiards room. There's a table, a place to sit, some whiskey.
I'm gonna notice the whiskey. Say, whiskey in there.
Oh,
Excellent.
Pogo, go in and take a look, and I might be by, and I'll take a store of the whiskey for us, and then when this is all over, we can have a great drink of whiskey. What you say?
Whiskey bad for you, but I like it. So I'll just walk into the room towards the whiskey.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I'll follow, assuming nothing horrible happens.
Okay. So does anybody else follow into the room?
No. Marlo is still sneezing, and
okay.
It was dusty in here. As soon as he opened, he's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can we assume that Barbie would have chased that rat? It's important for her feeding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Barbie's going after the rat.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Kakamakis, do you follow into the room?
Yes.
Okay. I need one of y'all to roll a d8.
I'll take it.
Since you're the first in, you want to go for it?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
I did D7.
Okay. How do you roll a d7?
I don't know, but the 8 was better.
There you go.
Roll 20 will let you roll a D whatever you want, because it's
Okay.
not
That's
a real die.
insane.
That's beautiful, and I love it.
Can you not
Okay.
have a 7-sided? I think you could.
You probably could, you could probably do like a 14-sided die and then like label 2 sides with each number, and then just
Okay, so with an 8, and as all of you are sort of stepping through, not at the exact same time, but let's go within 6 seconds of each other. You step in.
Round or so.
That's weird.
You step in, not to the room that you saw when you opened the door, right? The room that you step into is like a greenhouse. This is the conservatory.
Is there a lead pipe or a candlestick or a rope?
You do see a lead pipe in the corner,
Nice.
oddly enough.
Oh, I get it. Clue, right?
Yeah.
It was Professor Plum. I knew it.
As usual.
So the 3 of you step into the conservatory, and there's like plants all around you. There's like, it's nice and sunny.
There's a dinosaur ready to eat your face.
Can I get a perception check from y'all?
Absolutely.
The door is
Great.
gone. You're stuck in here now.
Oh,
nice.
Nat 20. Oh my gosh, these perception checks are so good. So you have a nat 20 perception.
Wait, is Milo's not coming in. No,
Milo didn't come. Milo's alone in the hall,
sneezing.
So Voldrin, you absolutely see. Oh gosh, this is going to be hard to manage in Roll20. Oh no, you guys split the party so many ways.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. So if you want to save combat for next time, that might be a good idea.
So let's do this. We'll save this for next time so I can figure out some Roll20 stuff. But you see Voldrin just this huge plant conglomeration of vines rear up and start coming towards you.
Piranha Pete, no!
Are we doing?
No.
Is this a little shop of horrors now?
Maybe. So,
way,
but now
if you go to the CBAT show, you can watch commentary by me and Benthoven and Cheshire Vic of the original Little Shop of Horrors, and I think T Lane too. So
I think I was part of that one.
Okay. We're gonna smash cut over to our rogues climbing in a window. So do you guys go through the window?
Yeah, once it's open and we hear that bang of them going in we go.
Okay.
We count to like
you guys
3 and then go in. So people, if there's anybody in this room, they have enough time to leave the room if they're leaving the room to respond and react to the sound.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys go in through the window. I need a D8 roll.
Oh, hold on. Go. 5?
5. Ooh, okay.
Oh, we only need one.
You
rolled a 5, I rolled a 3.
Which one do you want to take? You guys choose.
She went first.
5
Erica got it first, so.
Okay. You guys step in, and this can't be the room that was here, because you come in through this window, and when you turn around, there is no window where you were.
Oh god.
Awesome. Monster
Guys,
house, love it.
We're in Sigil. This house is a part of Sigil.
House of leaves.
So you guys see there's like a cozy fire going. There are like animal heads mounted on the walls. There's leather furniture. This is definitely like a study. And with his back turned to you, but starting to turn in surprise, is our good friend, the alley cat, Tabaxi.
Oh, lovely. Does this look like it's too rich for where this place is to me?
No, this is like fancy hunting lodge.
Okay, so it's about the level it ought to be at. Okay.
Yeah, it's about that. This is definitely this family's big country manor, right? And it feels like it. And the mine, you would actually know because you've met Ethan socially. You had met Ethan socially in West Shore. He was very boring. He talked about mine safety like a whole lot. But his family's pretty well off, right? The mine is very profitable. And he talks about, that's about all he talks about. So, okay, you two are in the study. Okay, I might need you to remember that. And we'll put a pause before we like roll initiative there. And let's jump over our good friend Milo. Milo, you are sneezing, and when you open your eyes, you see across the room, Barbie has caught a rat and is shaking it to death in her mouth.
Nice.
And you're alone. What you doing?
Where'd everyone go? Let's go walk up to the rat and see what's going on.
Yeah, Barbie's real happy. Rat's dead. Yeah. Barbie's eating it, like there's blood dripping down her face.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah.
I think was Barbie a boy? I can't remember, but I think Barbie's a boy because I think that was part of it.
Easy way to like check the sex on a Velociraptor hybrid. So
yeah, it's also a mutant Velociraptor that was a sort of a failed transmutation experiment.
Yeah, I don't think we're currently equipped to really figure that one out.
Okay, so genderless for now. Got it.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think Barbie's going to be upset about being misgendered, so
that's fair.
You don't know that. Do you have to speak with animals?
Fundamentally,
that's why I said I suspect.
Fundamentally, what I need from you is like whether you would eventually go through one of the doors or just go back out front and peace out in the woods.
I would probably go through one of the doors.
Okay.
If I could.
So so just none of the doors inside are locked.
Milo did see which doorway they went through, just now they're gone.
Right.
The one that's open, presumably.
I mean, I doubt we closed it, yeah.
So if you go through a doorway eventually, I just need you to roll a d8.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Oh, a 5! All right, guys. A second after you guys go into the study, Milo, there is actually a door to the study, and Milo like opens the door and is like, "This isn't where I was supposed to be." The door shuts behind you. If you shut it, that's fine. But if you don't, it will shut in like a second. In a round, if you will.
What?
Okay, this is
so
easier.
Wait, is Milo in the study with us now all of a sudden?
Yep, Milo's in the study with us.
Amazing.
Everybody gets a surprise round.
This is my new favorite house.
I will say this.
So it gives me a headache.
You guys basically, Calypso and Vira basically like reverse Homer Simpson through the wall, right? And with Milo then pretty quickly afterwards coming through the door, I will let you two get a surprise round because Lars, the Trapaxi's name is Lars. I don't know if I said that out loud or yet.
He does seem like a Lars.
He does, doesn't he? Lars is distracted by Milo coming through. Exactly.
Nice.
All right.
So welcome to my puzzle house, team.
Yay!
My puzzle house. Awesome.
Amazing.
The puzzle
I
house.
had so much fun building it.
That'll be the name of next week's.
Welcome to my puzzle house.
Welcome to my puzzle house.
It's like Luigi's Mansion, but D&D.
Yeah.
God.
I'm glad that Pogo is like critting everything because I feel like a puzzle house would be like his nemesis otherwise.
Yeah, he's like, this is his boss fight.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just jinxed it. Okay.
At least I can be in character next time.
This is the climax. This is the climax of Pogo's character arc.
Yeah, this is my arch. My arch nemesis is a house.
It's a
right?
house.
Can't break the house.
Negative one intelligence team here.
All right. Well, we got one super chat from Throw the Dwarf. Thank you so much for 2. Said, I love the story so far and all the players. Thank you so much. Be sure if you're interested, please donate to 826LA above. And next time is going to be combat. This episode is officially called Crit Chickens and Eggs. Crit Chicken and Eggs. And,
actually, I want to say one quick thing to Throw the Dwarf.
Yeah, go for it.
I am working in the background for a House of Torg revival because that's the second part of Throw the Dwarf's name. So I don't have any day on that. It's still very much in the planning stage, but that is a thing that I'm working on in the background.
All right. Does anybody have anything they want to plug?
Go subscribe to everybody.
Subscribe to everyone and get your ass back here next time.
Luke, get a channel so people can subscribe to you.
I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about some nonsense that Texas is up to because Texas is always up to some kind of nonsense. And then I will be on vacation as of Friday, so there will be no Dumbfuck Friday for me this week, luckily. And I'll be back not the next Friday, but the Monday following. So the next time we have this is the same day I will be back. We do not have this next week. This is a bi-weekly show. We will see you not next week, but the week after for the Puzzle House.
Yay!
Have a good night, everybody.
The 7 Dwarves.
GG.
Bye.
Bye.